Morning everybody, welcome back to Rippin' Lipz where the tug is a drug. Early morning adventure going on today. I'm taking the Hobie out to J Street Marina and we're gonna try our best to hook a few spotted bay bass. If we get lucky, maybe a halibut or a big old fat yellow croaker. So let's get on it, guys. Tight lines. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, please push that button and support my new channel. Thank you guys. Who dat? All right, good morning people, we're back. There's the beautiful bay where we're heading out. All right, let's launch this bad boy. We got to get those wheels out from underneath, slide this bad boy in and start ripping some lip. Let's get it. Launched pretty successfully. Let's get on it. All right guys, as I mentioned in my earlier favorite baits for spotted bay bass, I'm using a red crab hookup baits 1/4 ounce on a very small reel with a good flexible tip. So if I hook something, it's gonna feel like a giant. Set my drag here and get going. Let's do it, people. What I'm gonna do is let that bait sink to the bottom. The water is, we're at high tide right now, so the water is probably, I don't know, about 8 or 9 feet deep. And let's get going. So I'm gonna reel the slack up and I'm basically gonna just drag the bait on the bottom and tick the bait just a little bit, the tip of my rod. I'm just gonna bounce it just to bring the bait off this bottom and let it bounce to the bottom again, or sink to the bottom. I just got hit. Missed him. So as mentioned, I'm gonna let that bait sink to the bottom. I'm gonna reel up the slack. I'm not trying to reel the bait back to the boat. It's not a swim bait. It's meant to be on the bottom or right at the top of the grass line. I tend to have more success dragging it through the grass. And so here we are, we're back with the slack out and I'm bouncing the bait off the bottom. Although I'm in a lot of grass here, let's see. So again, I'm letting it sink, getting the slack out of the line. My boat is still moving, but let's see what we got here. And pushing me along here, I may drop the anchor and fan cast in a circle around the area here. I definitely catch a couple usually in this spot, but fish swim and move around where the bait is. The most productive times, as far as I have experienced in the bay here, is at maybe an hour before high tide when the water's moving, and bringing the bait in. The spotted bay bass have a tendency to feed on. When the water's moving, the bait is also moving, which is more of an active time for the bass to eat. Anyway, as I was saying, with water movement comes bait movement, comes active fish, in my experience. All right, letting it sink. Reeling up the slack, and then we're going to bounce that bait along the bottom as mentioned, dragging it through any grass. And there's a saying when you're fishing, if you think you're moving your bait slow down even more. It's a lot of adrenaline and excitement that gets going in you when you're first out here and trying to get a bite. You have a tendency to be a little spazzy, at least I do. Reel a little too fast, yank the bait a little too hard. Just take it easy. Ah, damn it, missed one. See what I mean? Anyhow, let's keep it going and see what's up here. And you can vary your retrieve. I mean, I use a tick, tick, tick at the tip of my rod here just to kind of keep the bait flittering around in that grass. And it looks like a small bait fish, I'm guessing, or the color is red crab. There's not a lot of those in the bay here, but this bait has been super productive for me in past times. And the bay has generally produced fish. In the winter, this is kind of my spot. The offshore is dead. The kelp beds are not really producing a whole lot of calicos. Rock fishing is closed for now. So I come out here just to get my fix and get that tug, if you know what I mean, people. You want to keep what I call controlled slack, like a little tiny bow in your line, and so that you got a chance. If you get a hit, you want to be able to reel down and then set the hook, yank it up. If you got a bunch of slack or you're not paying attention, you may miss a fish. Sometimes even when you are paying attention, they short strike it or bump it and then they don't commit. So I'm having issues with my depth finder, so it's hard to tell how deep the water is or what's going on with the bottom topography in terms of grass, structure, any of that stuff. It's a beautiful day out here today. The weather is perfect. There's a fish. Oh, let's go. Come on, baby. All right. One in the boat, people. Decent. As with most of these fish, I practice CPR, meaning catch, photograph, and release. They're not good eating, FYI. Even the legal size ones, the bigger ones that are, I think you have to be 14 inches or so to get them legally to take them home. I would not, but you can do what you want. I've had friends that insist on it, and they've taken them home, cooked them, and they turn them mush, and they're disgusting. So they're fun to catch, but not good to eat. But to each their own, as mentioned. If it's a legal size fish, you're licensed, and you feel the need to take it home and eat it, you do that. I only kill what I know for sure I'm gonna eat, and I already know from others' experiences that this is not a great eating fish. Let's get another one. There's also bonefish in this bay. I just talked to a guy setting up my boat to get in the water that said he caught 2 of them out here before, and that is a rare but more frequently occurring fish in this bay and surrounding bays. If you know anything about that fish, people go to the Bahamas and fly fish them. They really fight like crazy. There's another one. I think I missed him. Oh no, I got him. Come on, boy. Get in here. There you go. There's another one. Let's get this guy out of here real quick. So as I was mentioning, these fish are really fun to catch. They fight good even though they're small, but definitely not great to eat. All right, that's 2. Let's get some more, people. Ripping some lip, having some fun. Life is good, people. Life is good. So just for your information, high tide was 6 a.m. It's almost 9. Goodness, 3 hours after high tide. So water is probably starting to move a little bit in terms of going back out again. So we're gonna assume with that water movement, the bait is moving as well, as I mentioned. I mean, if you can't time it right, you need to get out. There's another one. Missed him. And you want to just get at it. And I say, to get experience, just go fishing. If you have the opportunity and you got the time and you're off work and you want to get some hydrotherapy, time on the water, get out there. But I have found, at least in the bay and in the kelp, that at the tide change in terms of the water coming in, if the tide is leading into high tide or as the water is going out. As long as there's movement, you generally are gonna do pretty good, in my experience, at least in the bays. It's, I believe, January 13th today. It's about 65 degrees right now during San Diego's winter. People in 4 feet of snow across the country, so we got it pretty good here. Even on a bad day when you're not catching anything, just get out and enjoy the beauty that God created for us and the joy that comes along with that. First responders, people that deal with trauma and helping people stay alive or going to the scene of accidents, firefighters, EMTs, paramedics, nurses. I'm a critical care nurse. There's a fish. And this is a wonderful, that's a decent fish. Feels good. They all fight good though when they're hooked. Oh yeah, that's a better fish. Let's go. This activity, fishing, is a wonderful outlet and escape from that reality of what I do for a living. I work in an ICU. People are obviously not doing well to show up there, and this is a nice escape. Therapy without paying somebody to talk to them. All right, that's 3. All on that same bait as mentioned in that video, guys. Red crab hookup baits, 1/4 ounce. Dragging that baby along the bottom with the tide movement and getting them. There's a condition called compassionate fatigue. That's the new fancy word for PTSD when it comes to healthcare and the things that go along with that. And working in the field for a long time. I've been a nurse for 23 years. It's a gift and a privilege to get to do what I do. There's another one. Telling you guys. Ooh, that guy's ripping a little bit of drag. He's upset. Okay, let's go. These fish are really pretty too. If you take a look at their eyes up close. All right, let go. I don't think this camera is going to do justice to that, but they're really beautiful, their eyes. All right, that's 4. As I was mentioning, with that PTSD, compassionate fatigue, your soul takes a hit, right? After giving of yourself to serve people, which again, I enjoy and look forward to, but it takes a little out of you after doing it for so long. As many of you guys know that are in the healthcare field or are first responders, it's you got to have an outlet. You got to take care of your soul and do something that soothes you, that's healthy, that doesn't involve drinking or drugs or gambling or any of that stuff. And this is a very good way of doing that, at least for me. Everybody's got their own thing that hits that pleasure center in your brain, gets that dopamine going. For me, it is fishing. The tug is the drug. And I'm sure having a great day today so far, people. Pay it forward. I've been given a good life. Oh, come on, man. Do I get him? Did I get him? Nope. Oh, yeah, I do. Or do I? Yep, I still got him. Ha! I thought I lost that fish. Here we go. Let's go, baby. He feels like a tiny one. Let's see. Oh, he's decent. That's 5. I've been out here for maybe 30 minutes. All right. Back in the water you go. So as mentioned, I like to help people out and give back. So any of you guys that are local, maybe you don't have a fishing rod or a way to get out, hit me up in the comments. Be happy to take you out fishing. Show you what I know, which is not much, but enough to get a few, huh? As we see. I've been blessed, and I believe in helping other people that aren't as fortunate or don't have the same opportunities. So talk to me in those comments if you get a chance. If you get a chance to see this video and play it all the way through and hear my yammering and yapping, talk to me. See if we can't get you out on the water and have you feel the tug as well. There we go. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's get him out of the water and get that hook out of his mouth and set him free. He's pretty chunky. Ripping that lip, son. Hookup baits, red crab, 1/4 ounce. There's about 50 different colors. I joke with my buddies who are fishermen about the fact that we become the fish at the bait and tackle shop. We see something shiny on the shelf and we start oohing and ahhing and end up buying all these different colors and all these different baits that sometimes don't even make it out of the tackle box and tied onto your rod. And so I'm a proponent of talking with people. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. Thank God for Roland Martin and his love of the sport, and I'm sure he's sponsored by, but he also spends a lot of time educating people, and it's free. You don't have to pay for it. It's YouTube, guys. So if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my page, please do so, and I'll do my best as time goes on to post more videos and educate you guys as well. Hopefully I can give you a couple of tips that help you catch fish. This is one of the easiest, most productive ways, I think, at least any given day, as long as it's not too windy and the tides are doing okay, to catch a couple fish. Hydrotherapy, right? The tug is the drug. If you are local, you get a chance to watch my video or videos and you want to go fish with me, I'm happy to take you out. All you got to do is put your information. I mean, if you're not comfortable with a phone number and email address is fine. Let me know you want to head out, and I'll do my best to make it happen. I love sharing this with other people. There's nothing that makes me happier than putting people on fish and watching them get hooked. Wink, wink. My grandfather died of a heart attack at 69 years old with a strong desire to be a fishing guide in Louisiana. Pretty sure he even made up the business cards and never got a chance to put that dream in motion. So I don't know about the professional guiding aspect of it, but I do love to take people fishing and show them what I've learned and help them get on some fish. I caught an eel at a camp on Haynes Boulevard in the 70s when I was probably 7 or 8 years old. And I mean, that feeling on an old cane pole might have been a ball of bread, if I'm not mistaken, on the tip of that hook, Lake Pontchartrain. And that was all she wrote, boys. I was in. Right. Just one more cast, as I used to tell my children who were bored and ready to go home. I'm like, come on, guys, one more. And they would get focused on the bait well or scooping the minnows out of the bait well and throwing them back in the water. My son Joshua's favorite activity outside of catching fish was freeing up the bait. Good kid, that son of mine. My daughter too, man. I'm blessed with good kids. God knows when I was their age, I was definitely not in college, focused on my grades. It's a wonder I'm alive. Grateful I am, though. A lot of gratitude to be able to do what I do for a living and to be able to do what I do for hobbies. Super low tide. Holy moly. Let's pull up the Mirage Drive and the rudder and hopefully not beach it 30 feet from the shore. We'll see how close we can get before we jump out and flood these boots I got on that are short. I think we're gonna do all right. There we are. Land ho.